Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here and for tuning in. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144, happy and grateful to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those with their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Cancer, but not limited to anyone who comes across this message, should this message find you. I'm going to be doing a 6-card spread. I will be using the Melanated Classic Tarot deck by Julia Julesby and Ubria Chanshaw. Here is my deck here. I'm gonna go ahead and begin my shuffle. I will be doing a 6-card spread. Sorry, my door just opened by itself. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start shuffling here. So I hope that you all are feeling well. I channeled bees and then just decided to go ahead and add the sunflowers because that's one of the favorite flowers of the bee. I want to say the honey bee. There are all different types of bees. So I would say if you are into bees and there's a particular bee that has been resonating with you, if at all, do look into that. I will be leaving a link in the description box. This fell out. We'll keep that in mind and elaborate. But I will leave a link to that information in the description box. So again, I hope that everyone is doing great, feeling beautiful. We got nice sunny energy here, which is beautiful. I feel like we have a few gardeners, people that like to be out in beautiful nature. Just an overall loving feeling. Very wholesome and nurturing. I feel like work is being done. Anything that's being done is done meticulously with strategic steps. And as I was saying that, I just thought of that King of Swords. So that may be your energy. King of Swords is air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm gonna leave this here. And as I was saying that, that's pretty much what the King of Swords kind of represents, is, I would say, some meticulous planning, having some things that one is doing without really saying a whole lot, cutting off a lot of what no longer serves them, and being very strong in that power, communicating that without qualm, not hesitating to move forward, knowing that the steps that you are taking moving forward are in your best interest. So we'll go ahead and let me get myself, I'm gonna grab a, hold on one second. And also too, I'm doing this at sunrise, and the sunrise was absolutely beautiful. I live right by the river. I'm looking at the river right now, and the sun is shining on the river, and it looks so pretty. So that may be significant as well. Sunrise with Egyptian and bees, about the sun god, Amun-Ra. Okay, so let's see. The first card. Yes. Okay. Let me grab my door because my door is acting crazy, and I just pulled this card and my door started. Let me grab my door. I thought I had closed that. But the Five of Swords, fives are about change. And so there's some energy here. This is, being that this is the first card, I would say somewhat of a defensive energy, and not necessarily standing your ground. I do feel like this is a victory over something. for yourself. And just as I was saying that, because it's like I'm looking at these people and it's like, okay, so these are probably people that have you have had to cut yourself away from, 1 and 2, and you have 3 swords left. 1, I believe, you know, that King of Swords energy you're keeping for yourself. There's 2 more to go, possibly. With these clouds here, it's just it's like a shock type energy as well, I want to say. And then I'm looking at the water and the amount, and there's just a lot of emotion. I feel like, too, you're leaving behind something that could have been quite significant as far as what was on the outside and not necessarily on the inside. And there's no feelings left to give on your end. And the reason I say that is because these 2 individuals are more closer to the water, whereas you, if this is you, take it as it resonates. This particular energy here is more onto the solid concrete with a gray type energy, where it's pretty much almost like not necessarily emotionalist, I would say, because I'm seeing the heart chakra green energy here, but looking at the red as well, I just feel like that King of Swords energy that popped out, that's what had to come into play in order for this type of action to take place. I'm still hearing my door, but my door is closed. Oh my God, like a squeak, like the door is like, okay. And then also too, these energies, whichever one may be you, I feel like these energies were possibly a distraction of some sort as well for you as you're trying to move forward on your path. But I do feel like this is an energy that you don't wish to take at times, but sometimes have to utilize this in order to get things done. And as I was saying, with that King of Swords energy, I just feel like that's that strong energy. But this is a more delicate from that King of Swords energy. And so I want to say, like, you and really truly embrace that King of Swords energy, but that's not how you necessarily present yourself. I would say the presentation is a whole lot lighter than the actual action itself. The action is like just clear cut pretty much. And then also too, I would say this could be something that we are moving towards May. This is a timeless reading, but I would say something around a May energy coming into spring. We've got bees here. That may be related in some way. Also to 5th house energy that may be significant in your natal chart. And 2, very strong Leo. I was gonna say too, when we were talking about the bees, and that's the energy, even though that King of Swords popped out, I was getting that energy, but this overall energy with the yellow and the bees and reference from Egypt and having energetic vibes from Egypt, I just get strong Leo energy, very, very strong Leo energy. But I do feel like this is you having a victory over yourself and your life and your path as you move forward. And you may be looking back at these people in order to be able to cut things off so that you can move forward. Okay. Let me try to see which way. Yes. So I would say, like I'm just seeing these, like, it's like you're taking what you built. You're protective of what you have built because you are, I feel like you are seeing and beginning to see, like you may have seen it before and you may have been feeling, there's an increase of value on self and your self-worth. And it's like you're taking your shit and you're going. Like you realize what it is for you, like you've been awakened to something. And so you're handling it and taking care of it. This 10 of Wands here is you taking all of your hard work and continuing to move forward and up the hill. Now, he's at the top of the hill. This is a 10 card and this is a completion is how I'm seeing this. And so this energy, it's not something like there's no, you've reached the end of a cycle. There's no hill to go up anymore. It's like you're going up this hill, but you're there. Like you've made it there. And this is the energy that you've had to take on in order for you to be able to move forward. And the reason I'm laughing is just because he seems so burdened but determined. Like I can just hear him like, I'm getting out of here. I'm taking on myself. I'm getting out of here. I'm going this way. I'm getting away from this. I'm getting away from y'all. Like this is what I'm hearing. And these are highly valuable pieces of work. Many facets of you, all of your gifts, everything that you have put into what you have done over years and years. And you're protecting it. Because again, I really feel like you have had some kind of awakening where possibly some chakra work has been done and you're elevating. Could be having some kundalini moments where you're connecting, your chakras are being cleared and your energy source is being fulfilled so that you are able to see with more clarity. This cloud here, there hasn't been much clarity. And so this could be what you're moving towards with all of your wands here. Wands energy is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. 10 also does break down to a 1. And 1, I feel like, you know, that kind of speaks to moving on and beginning a new cycle. So even though these are wands, they're golden wands. And I'm getting like that these are made to be built, are made to be used to build something great, whether it be a home, whether it be a new life, whether it's a new start with someone else, a new job. But you're taking these and moving away from that 5 of Swords energy, and you're gonna make some golden goodies in the golden lands, like promised land. Taking your stuff and moving it where you're more aligned and where you belong, because where you were before no longer resonates for you. And that's the second card. So far we have a 5 and a 10. So this energy, 5 doubled is 10. And with that, I'm thinking of that King of Swords. And so two of these 5 type energies, that kind of speaks to that sword energy. There could have been secrets and like just all kind of low vibrational things. But let's see, we'll go on to the third card. So this is, I'm hearing patience overall. This is the Temperance card, and this is a 14, which also breaks down to a 5. Patience, patience, and patience. Continue to do the beautiful work that you are doing, alchemizing and making the magic happen for yourself. Feel like where you're going to find peace is in the outdoors. So as you are going through this type of energy here, this is a more elevated energy here. This is a card of Sagittarius. And I'm getting very strong root chakra energy. So seeing this with the 10 of Wands here, these are 2 fiery energy cards. There is definitely a passionate initiative energy that you have for yourself, where you are doing the inner work within yourself. This is also the Twin Flame card. And so I feel like as you continue to build what it is build what it is that you're building, that you've been working on, moving away from negativity. This is, because I've seen this as the promised land as well. And so I want to say too that this could be, I'm feeling like these are two separate energies, but this is a combination of one energy. Like this isn't necessarily a separate energy, but it is, if that makes sense. Even though this is a Sagittarius card, I feel like this angel is more of a Pisces energy. I'm getting all kinds of cultural references as well. So there may have been different lives, many lives that one has gone through in order to gain this beautiful power and energy and magic that exists within this beautiful energy here. Alchemizing and taking negatives and turning them into positives. Not really embracing the old ways, but coming into the new ways, breaking ancestral ties of old toxic behaviors. Third eye and crown chakra open. I feel there's been some meditation. I'm getting like some heavy work here. Heavy work, but it's strong and it's powerful. And now I'm seeing, okay, I see it. Okay, so the reason when I was saying these are two separate energies, this is one doing work, possibly feeling like this, bringing everything that they built towards this energy here. I feel like they're both moving towards the same energy, but they're connected. And the reason why they're connected, like, if you remember that I talked about this being the promised land, if you could see the gold. This angel here has their feet in the water. The water is connected to this land. This land is moving towards this golden crown, this glow, this sunshine that's over the mountains here. This sunshine, this crown, this Leo type energy is that golden. This is that golden hue, that golden ray. So these two energies are connecting here, and this is a 5 as well. So we have a 5 here, we have a 5 here. So this particular energy here may be feeling stuck. And the more I look at this too, like I do feel like these are the same people, but this is more of a past energy and what had to take place in order for this person to move forward towards this temperance, this angel here, who's calm and peaceful. But again, as I was saying, like I was feeling like even though these are separate energies, this is one energy in its own, and that could be the work here from that particular energy here. This person doing the work, embodying and embracing masculine and feminine, and because they're doing that, they're drawing in this person closer towards them. This person is moving towards this person, and this person, even though this is after this card, they're both working together to connect in a spiritual way, in a very magical way, because all she's doing is dipping her toe, and that energy is like near. And I did say her, take it as it resonates. This is not gender specific. That's more of the energy that I was pulling from this was feminine energy, and then this being more masculine. And it could be vice versa, so do take it as it resonates. Okay. Oh, yay. All right. So, yeah. Two of Cups here. We have water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And I think it's so pretty. I say this in almost every reading. It's so funny and beautiful and magical. Thank you, Spirit, for how these songs align with these cards when they come out. Let's see if we can kind of get some sun. The sun's moving kind of up and away from where I'm at and sitting. So, but we got a little sunshine on that Two Cups. We got some on there, and that's cute. Leo energy. Both of these individuals have very strong Leo energy. I'm feeling like the Egyptian vibes are coming into play a little bit more heavy as well, as far as this connection between these two. And when I say that, because of that, we have here the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a strong bond. Normally with this deck, it speaks on the masculine reaching his hand out to take the cup from the feminine. But I didn't get that the first time I went through these cards. And I almost feel like this is something that's meant to take place. And perspective is absolutely everything. So even though it may look like this masculine is reaching to take this feminine's cup, does not mean that he's gonna take the cup and run with it. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on where you are in your journey and what you're experiencing and where your mentality is, because I'm getting that she's offering this cup. He may be taking this cup, but his motion could be to exchange his cup. He just happens to be the first one because she's so giving to give that cup. That's the initial action there. It's the following action, which I do believe is this cup going, almost like they have been on separate journeys, gaining things and tools that are necessary, not only for themselves, but for one another, and they're sharing this. This is a very healing connection. Both of these energies come together, and the force around them is unfuckwithable. I feel like these two individuals are both healers, that they have a lot of love in their hearts, that they have very strong water in both of their charts. I'm looking at the feminine. I'm getting more of a Grecian vibe with her and being more expressive with her emotions, and I would say more in touch with her emotions. Not to say that the masculine isn't, but I would say that there's been a lot to say and express as far as what is going into this cup for this masculine, and that's the differences between these two and what one has to offer and share with the other, while the other is sharing what I feel here is abundance, like a material abundance of some sorts, because he's in yellow here. A lot of gold is what I'm seeing. And then too with the red, adoration, that kind of speaks to the strong Leo energy that we were talking of. We have red here, we have red here, and a very strong tie to this being connected to ancestors of some sort. Man, this is it's almost overwhelming, the feeling that I'm getting, because there's so much love here, and that's not a bad thing at all. I feel like I feel it in my chest, and it can bring someone to tears. And maybe that's why it has been a long time coming. I feel like these two are finally coming into their own power and bringing this together and being able to share, because they've come into their own power. They have been able to reconnect and find one another, and they are sharing their love with one another. Red and green too, with the headdress that they both have on. I feel like that just kind of speaks more to the abundance that is here. They're both on the same plane. They're both, on the same page. I do feel like the masculine may be going through a process of more of an awakening. than the feminine, and that just may all have to do with what's going into these cups here. This cup could be going towards, you know what, and I'm hearing teamwork, almost like a systematic type thing between these two, where this cup gets filled up, this cup gets filled up. I mean, I know I said this and I might sound redundant, but that's just what I'm getting. Like, it's like, okay, here, babe. Okay, here, babe. Because this cup might be empty. Like, this might be spiritual, more spiritual type energy being shared with the masculine. Masculine is using this and utilizing this in the 3D. And so as he's using this energy, this is his last cup that he received from the feminine. And I do feel like this is an empty cup that is being returned back to her. But they're doing work together. So I don't feel like this is like the masculine taking from the feminine. I feel like this is them doing work together. They're elevated. And so as they're doing this, it's like, okay, once they get that established, they're going to go back down into the lands and continue to do the work that it is that they're doing. Whereas hers is more spiritual, his is more in the physical plane. And all of this is being driven by a very strong Leo King type energy. This may deal with second house energy in your natal chart, depending on what placements you have there. This is also Taurian energy as well, which I heavily associate with stability and being very intelligent and smart with your money and the way that you do things. And I feel like that is standing for both of these energies. They have aligned with one another, and they're doing some beautiful work here. The sky is a beautiful blue here, and the energy that is surrounding them as they come together, just beautiful. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful bond. This is what's been protected. This is what's been that fighting, what's been, how do I want to say it? Almost like fighting for an honor, fighting to protect this bond, but realizing you don't really have to fight. I would just say that there may have been things, or, you know, continue to be things that kind of come about, and those swords have to be used. But I do feel like this was a past energy that kind of was like the onset and the start, in order to be able to get some initiation and some action going, because this is like a darker red. And I feel like once these actions begin to take place, where things are starting to get cut off, especially with that King of Swords energy that we saw at the very beginning, we have brighter red. The red has brightened. It's like it's been activated. There's activation here. Oh, and I wanted to say too, even though this is Cups card, like I get Aquarian energy. Anytime I see like some dope patterns, it just reminds me of Aquarian energy. So this person could have strong Aquarius energy in their chart, where this feminine energy is more encompassing of a water energy. All right, let's see what time it is. Okay, yes. Okay, so this is not the Lover's card. But a lot of the times I have been getting the Lover's card and the Devil card in association. So I'm getting that Lover's energy, even though we don't have that card necessarily, and we have the Devil card here. This is like Lover's card times 100,000. And so with this being, I would say with this being under the 10 of Wands, that it may feel like, you know, it was a burden. And I think if you remember, I spoke on an awakening and realizing that these wands aren't actually burdens, but what you are taking and moving forward to build something beautiful, moving them towards this beautiful energy, this pair, this pair, this pair. I mean, relationship and pairing and coupling and love is speaking all throughout this. And I just feel like this is like a definite speaking of a fated connection that is, it's almost like an obsession type energy, but in like it could be a burden, but it's not. And so that goes back to perspective and how we see things, how we place our outlook on things and situations in our life. Alchemizing. Alchemizing so that that mentality state works better in the favor of this couple that are very passionate about one another. I don't get a negative energy with this Devil card at all. I think this is a very, it just speaks to the passion that's between these two individuals and this couple that shares this bond, that shares that beautiful energy together. The Devil card is associated with Capricorn, so there could be strong Capricorn. I feel like, too, as I'm saying that, because I'm realizing that these energies are very, very similar. Even though they're very different, they're also very similar. So each of these signs that I'm mentioning, I feel like both of these individuals have these astrological signs in their charts in a very special and significant way. And each person is different, so I don't know exactly, you know, what that may be, because, you know, that's personal business. But this is a 6 card. And I'm getting like speaking on the astrology, like, sorry, I'm an air. I have air, a lot of good air in my side, in my chart. So I have one thought that kind of goes from one to the next without really finishing the first thought sometimes. So as I was saying before about the astrological signs, we have strong Leo, we have strong fire energy, just strong fire energy. So Leo, Sagittarius, and then the water energy, and then Capricorn energy. So that may be significant for you and or whoever it is that you are connected to. And so I feel like, too, like there's some acceptance and awareness about this particular energy, this passionate energy here between these two individuals, where one may have been more innocent about how they were feeling and are kind of coming into acceptance of what this really means for them. And even though they're chained together and it's like bound together, it's a good thing. Like, I don't get anything negative with this card. And seeing this fire connected to this masculine, as I was saying, I do feel like that's more of a Leo energy here, where both of these people are encompassing strong Capricorn energy. Yeah. I was gonna say with the flower here, like I'm getting springtime or like April. And so Aries may be significant. Aries is after Pisces as well. We did say, speak on the feminine energy being of Pisces energy. So it could be Pisces, Aries energy, somewhere around there. That's more strong for this feminine, and take it as it resonates. I do feel like this energy may be coming to more of a balance where it's not, you know, what it may look like on the outside. If someone outside of this relationship were to see this Devil card, I do feel like there's balancing in between these two individuals. And notice the masculine is holding his hand out towards the feminine. We had talked about the masculine reaching his hand out to the feminine here. So the masculine, I feel like, is definitely reaching out. There's a reaching out. If there's any kind of separation or a situation where there's no communication in the physical, the masculine is reaching out. If he hasn't, he will be. And it's not gender specific. If you're encompassing more of the masculine energy and you are a female, do take that as it resonates. The reason I was speaking on that obsession type energy coming to a balance, the devil has wings that are of stone, that are gray. I feel like the fire has almost like it's been taken away from that, what could be a negative devil type energy. The masculine has straight bossed that. And almost in a way, like with that King of Swords energy, in a meticulous way, has done that and has done it very cleverly. And I feel like this feminine may be very impressed. She might be acting like she ain't trying to hear it. But she is connected to this masculine and she enjoys it. And she it's almost like she's taking steps to get there, like tippy-toeing. I see your hand. I'm coming. I see your hand. And she might just be taking like a step here, a step there, thinking that he's not paying attention, but he's not taking his eyes off of her. And he sees everything, even if he's not looking at her. But yeah, I do feel like this is some healthy love. This is 6th house energy. There's just a good, I feel like there's a good amount of love here. And the love that it's almost indescribable and doesn't need to be explained to anybody because it's felt by these two individuals, and that's pretty much all that matters. The 6th card, as we come from the number 6, and also to, no, I'm not gonna say that. I thought that was different, but I was wrong on that. We have the Emperor, and what I was talking about, I had some numbers going on in my head, and that's not what I thought it was. But let's go ahead and talk about this 4 here. And I was just thinking, it's so weird what I was thinking as I was saying no. Something, as we were coming from the 6, something was going to add up to a 6. And so this pops out, and I'm seeing here with this 4 and that 2, we have 6, 6, and this being the 6th card. 666 is unconditional love. I felt that in my spirit, and so I knew it was coming to play in some kind of way, and this is it. We have the Emperor card here. So the Emperor is embracing Aries energy, fire energy. We were speaking on, there's my traditional bump of the camera. We were speaking on the feminine, embracing that Aries energy. And so it's quite possible because these are some major arcanas that are right next to each other. But the Emperor is a boss, a business person, a businessman. And yes, okay, so the Aries energy encompassed by the female, this is the match of that. This is that boss energy we were just speaking on, of this masculine energy encompassing that fire energy, having taken that and being lit from behind by the devil. Because there's a strong connection here. I just feel like this devil is giving, or not giving, but that energy, that fire energy is being utilized by this masculine. Just that connection there that I was getting there. And so with that Aries match, this is that Aries match here. And so these two coming together to be able to move forward. There's it's like, it's speaking of couples in all different ways. It's almost like, what's that Temptation song? Like you can't get around it. Neither one of these two, or anybody else outside of them for that matter, can get around this energy here, which is destined for the both of them, which is, it's fated. And I feel like the Temperance and the Emperor are what these two, the feminine and the masculine energies emboss. We have the spiritual we have the physical. Just as I was saying, these two, this beautiful couple here, the feminine doing the spiritual work, alchemizing, staying connected to that wonderful King Leo masculine who's doing this awesome work, building up all these beautiful things in his life, getting away from bullshit, straight bossing it. Just like the feminine, straight bossing it. And you're coming together. These two energies are aligned here. And you're doing work together. You're doing work together. Fourth house energy may be significant. That I'm getting like a strong Cancer energy as well. So that may be significant for the Emperor. But the Emperor, again, is a businessman, very strong, encompassing of all the kings, which is the King of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. That King of Swords energy, I feel like if you look at his eyes, like, I don't know nothing. And just kind of, you know, observing everything that's up here because his eyes are going this way. But that King of Swords, if you turn this card over, would be behind this Emperor card, I feel. And so this person, even though this is an Aries card, has very strong Libra energy in their chart as well. And I don't necessarily feel like that King of Swords energy was you, even though this is a matching pair. I feel like that's something that you have done in order to get to where you are, and who you are connected to has begun that. And this is what's taking place now. Also too, sorry, Temperance, just wanted to show, we were talking about those gold hills being the promised land. Gold hills. So I feel like there's these wands are behind this big ass throne, built as something being hidden, but soon to be exposed. And it all has to do with this beautiful bond and relationship. I feel like it may be something for the feminine, because she has been doing so much beautiful work and continues to do beautiful work in the spiritual realm. Africa may have strong ties with Africa. We were speaking on Egypt. There's like a strong royal presence. This is like a royal couple. A royal couple from a past life that is coming into this life to do something highly important, to help with changes in the world, and to also live the life that they were meant to live, because it's possible that they weren't able to bring it together in past lives before. And so they're getting it right this time around, so that they both can share, be in balance with one another, with themselves, coming again, breaking toxic cycles that may have been existing in both of their lives, and getting away from what no longer serves them in this lifetime, so that they don't have to worry about it moving forward in other lifetimes. Like, they've cracked the codes and they're doing great work with it. And seeing this Emperor with his robe, like, one up, one down, it's like playing peekaboo. Like they may like to, you know, play a joke here and there. Possible prankster, fiery energy for sure, but very responsible, intelligent, handsome, wise, knowledgeable. That stoic energy is coming through, connected to that King of Swords energy, but very strong Aries energy too. So with that tie of like that Leo energy and that Aries energy too, it's like there's like like pieces that fit together that make the strength of one particular individual. Um, and I'm noticing too, the red has come from underneath and is now on the outer. So I'm definitely feeling like there's been some accomplishment. Like this alignment here is just one beautiful magical process that is coming together and bringing these two together so that they can live the life that is meant for them with true abundance, happiness, peace, wealth, joy, family, celebration, and deep spirituality. Like this spiritual love is like so bomb. Yeah, super beautiful. Let's see what we have on the bottom. I think this is so great. I just love it. Thank you, Spirit. I'm gonna set this because this is both energies. This is the power of one. This is two becoming one. Just as I was saying, what this whole reading is about, coming into this lifetime, you know, kind of, you know, being asleep, having to go through some journeys of awakenings, transformations, past lives of having tools gained and doing the work in this lifetime in order to access those tools, in order to be able to come together and share the love that was meant. This is Gemini energy. Infinity, I'm seeing that very strongly. Upright, that would be a number 8. This could be a scorpionic energy that we're dealing with as well. We were talking about coming down to the 1 from that 10. Notice where I placed the Magician. I normally don't put, you know, if I turn over the deck, I usually put it here. But it's right smack dab in the middle. And so, as we were talking about, man, I'm feeling this. The masculine taking his work, and this is both energies, even though this is more of the masculine energy doing this at this time, because both of you had to do similar things on your journeys in order to be able to get to where you are. But doing the work in magician type energy, using that magician energy, moving forward towards your angel, or that masculine energy moving towards his angel. Take it as it resonates. But then, you know, we had spoken on that 10 coming down to a 1. This is that 1. And then we have the devil energy under here with that 6. That may be highly significant. But we talked about being out in nature. Being out in nature, it most likely is where a lot of the work from both the masculine and the feminine are taking place outdoors. Wood may be highly significant as well. I do feel like energy as far as speaking is being worked on. And so there may be some work now that the masculine is working on as far as the magician energy and saying some things that need to be said. Coming to realization of some things that need to be said. And I say that because of the blue band around his head, along with the blue band around his waist. They're both wearing red on the outside. This is matching with that beautiful angel there. So this masculine energy, I feel like, is actually coming into more of a lighthearted energy, connecting with the feminine energy. They're doing work together, coming into balance with their emotions. This Emperor is here aligning with their temperance, and they're both utilizing that magician energy together. Yay! Beautiful. beautiful. That's so awesome. All right, Cancer Moon. So this was your reading. Cheers. Congratulations. And even if this isn't a relationship for you, this definitely speaks of something that is happening on the inside within you. And what happens on the inside of us takes place on the outside as well. So if this isn't happening for you now, where you're seeing some kind of strong connection, partnership, bond of some sorts, even though I strongly feel like we were saying earlier, it's undeniable. You can't deny this. So whether it's happening for you in the physical or not, you're definitely feeling it. Continue to be in the feel of it and continue to do what it is that you are doing, because you're doing a very fabulous job of manifesting and making things happen for yourself and for those that you care about and the life that you want to see. I can do magic. I think that might be the title. That's a song by Charlie Wilson. I might go ahead and just put that in the description box as well. I did want to mention too with the honeybees. And I'm going to leave that link on the information that I found about it in the description box as well. But a fun fact that I found where they were talking about something that, you know, they think is cool to tell their kids is that inside of King Tut's tomb was found a 2,000 year dated jar of honey. I thought that was pretty cool. So I just felt the need to share that. I just thought that was really cool. But very strong ties with the bees, especially to Egypt. So if you don't know much about that already, I would look into that. Just kind of enjoy the silence and see what you hear at first, and then kind of take that and lead and allow that to lead you, your intuition, and continue to listen to self and what your spirit is saying to you. All right, Cancer Moon. So I thank you so much for your love, your support, and your energy. I hope that these messages were helpful for you. You do take care and stay blessed. Peace and love. Mwah.